name is Alexa Chaudia. I'm a senior majoring in PR with a minor in journalism. I'm here with Olivia Biel, a senior majoring in journalism. Hi, Olivia. Thank you for joining us.
Of course, anytime.
So what made you choose William Patterson University?
My plan was to teach high school. So I thought that was very interesting, very useful, and I know they had a good reputation as being an education school or having a good education program. So I did like that, and at the same time, it is very affordable to me, based on my financial situation. So those two were, two really good things to have together. So I decided, why not? And I did also. I remember what really drew me towards William Patterson the first time was just like stepping on campus. Like, we have a really beautiful campus, and I'm a very naturey person. I love nature. So I guess a combination of all those things, but mostly the education program.
Definitely, I agree. I love our campus. That was one of the things that attracted me to William Patterson. So second question is, how has attending William Patterson University impacted you?
It's impacted me in a lot of ways. I would mostly attribute the impact Willie P has had on me to my professors and the students I've met here, the friends I've made here. It sounds a little corny, I know, but I really do believe that wherever you are, what makes it what it is the people you meet. And when I came here, I was a very shy person. I do have a very bubbly personality, but it's hard for that to come out. But here, like, that really helped me, like, kind of come out of my shell. And it was very ironic, like, as a person who was very curious, very interested in everything, to kind of show myself up like that. So just meeting different people. When one of my professors, Professor Philip Bondi, told me, you should really write for the Beacon. Like, at first I was like, oh, there's no way. I couldn't write for the school paper. I'm not that good. But he told me to, and I was like, well, if my professor says so, like a journalist himself, like, I guess, that means something. Like, I guess I probably could. So I joined, and I made tons of friends there. And that's really, I think, when I became who I am. Just been very open to anybody when I first meet them, just have my full personality on display. And I don't really hide who I am, or I'm not as shy as I used to be in any shape or form.
That's really awesome. And I know that you said you were an English writer major at first. So what made you want to change to journalism?
So my first year as a freshman, right, I took a college writing class, and we watched a lot of we watched a lot of documentaries, and we read essays and book excerpts. And those obviously dealt with, like, real people and real world issues. So I became interested in that. And I kind of realized, like, oh, you know what? Real stories can do the same thing that these fantasy worlds do. And I think I kind of started to believe, and I still believe today, that there's almost something more powerful about that, because this is real things happening to real people, and they're just as crazy, a lot of times crazier. So I think that could really change people too, even more. And then when I took a media writing class, I realized I could tell stories in a different way, different form. But I am interested in, like, literary journalism, which is kind of, it's written in a narrative way, almost like a book is. So I kind of realized, or even just like a, regular, feature story. I am the features editor of the Beacon, right? So that I could achieve that same goal I had about making this, like, oh, the world a better place kind of thing, through journalism. I could do that too, through real stories and talking to real people.
Definitely, that's a very powerful thing that you are able to do as a journalist. You're the features editor for the Beacon. What has that meant for you?
It let me challenge this, like, this anxiety I have with talking to different people, and it forced me to get out there, like, out in William Patterson, and talk to different people. Talk to people, find out who they are, what are they doing, what are the impacts. And I think being the features editor and helping people write stories in an effective way, helping people, write good features that helped me have other people help highlight some of the great professors in this university, some of the cool things that students are doing in this university, like maybe connect that to how what they've learned here. It just shows you the impact of the why behind the what. It's like, this is what's happening, here are the impacts of it, or here's what someone's doing, here's what it means. It means to them, means for the university as a whole, whatever. Like, I think it's very important to show like why we should care about something, and I think features help do that.
Definitely. I could vouch for that too, because you were my first editor.
Yeah.
And because of writing at the Beacon, like that's why I added my minor in journalism. What does willpower mean to you?
Willpower to me, I think the power aspect of it, right? That means taking the opportunities that we have here given to us at William Patterson and using them to create something meaningful.
Well, thank you, Olivia, for joining me, and congratulations on being October Student of the Month. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WPACNJ. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you for having me.